Hey, my name is Ice. I'm a sound engineer, music producer from the beautiful place called St. Martin. Well, basically, at the age of 14 years old, I started off as an artist first, and from the process of being an artist, one day, I was selling CDs, short story, and in at Maho, I met up with Ramon Wilson, manager of Sherry's Cafe, and one day he picked us up. He brought us in the car. He said, "Hey, play your music." So I was always at that age. I was always recording my own self with another artist, Big Blacks. We was together in the group DLS, the Lyrical Squad. And when he heard the songs in his car, he was like, "Wow, nice sound." I hear the potential in the mix, but it needs, it needs. He give me always. He always used to give me critique. He said, you need the whole audio was sounding poor, but the way you did your reverb, your delays was sounding on point. So he gave us a studio actually, analog studio in Sucker Garden. So from there we took over the studio. He brought me in the studio. He said, "Ice, this is yours. Let me see what you can do with this." So from there now, I went in the studio and I look around. I was like totally confused. I was like, "Wow, this is a major studio. Never been in a studio like this, unless we're gonna record, by another engineer." And from there now, I did my researches on the internet every day. I got my drive. I literally was into this. I said, "This is what I have to do." So from there, I set up the sound. I brought in digital because at that time, everything was analog. He had tape recorders, magnet recorders to record his sounds. Bands where you have to record with tape bands and stuff. So from there now, I brought a Mac and a PC because in that time I used to use Fruity Loops. And from Fruity Loops, we used to make the beats in Fruity Loops, our own beats. So from that time, we were already keeping our stuff original. The beats didn't sound as up to date as now. The beats were sounding really whack at those times, I must admit. But from there, just loving what I did. I was always in love with music, from a young age. My background, mother, father, their parents was always into music and bands and stuff. So basically from there, I brought in like I said, the digital equipments. I actually taught him more about the digital side of the digital production world, and from there, Big Blacks came in, and I taught Big Blacks the whole music producing and stuff too, and we learned the programs. We sit down, we read books, keep reading books. First software we were recording was with Pro Tools. It was Pro Tools 5, I think, at that time. And so we recorded ourselves. We used to record Ramon as well. And then mix his songs, get it sounding up to date, And from there, we just keep learning. I mean, back in those days, I wasn't as good as I am right now. But it was a really nice experience, I can say, here in St. Martin, on the island of St. Martin, So I have to thank Ramon Wilson as well for giving me the opportunity to run a big studio like that while I was nothing, you could say. So, yeah. The way I get my inspiration is seeing other people out there doing the same thing as I do and better. Grinding, I admire people who's working hard and reaching places, and it motivates me. I mean, here in St. Martin, there's not much people, not much music producers who's inspiring themselves, trying to get the motivation, And so for me here on this island, you have to go out there. You can't stay here on St. Martin. You can't stay here and expect to get motivation because everyone around you is slow. So you automatically become in that system, So as for me, I was here for a while, probably 3 months, and in that 3 months, I left a half a month, 2 weeks to Jamaica to get back my inspiration in music. I was with Sean Hazel, met up with Jackio, Popcorn, different music producers, Triton and stuff. So from there, we inspire each other once again, and we create tracks, we record artists, and from there I come back with a lot of inspiration, a lot of drive. So I go home in the studio and I make more beats, more tracks, get the artist to record on it. So as I said, inspiration, you have to know where your inspiration comes from. Everyone gets it in different, because I know there could be dancers or singers who comes here on the island to get the inspiration because they love the sun. The sun alone gives them, that inspire them. The sun, the nice sea, the nice beach, the flowers, the palm trees, But for me, other people, even if it's an entrepreneur or business owner, just to see that he's out there grinding, doing his thing, and making things happen, that's what inspires me. Well, first thing first is keep motivated. Be able to take critique. A lot of people on this island, they're very ignorant. Let me just say this, ignorant. So when you give them a critique, they're ready to give up. They get on bad. They diss you. They don't want to be a friend no more. But I mean, get better. When I was growing up in music production, I started off in Fruity Loops, and I used to get a lot of critique, bad feedback. And what I would do is go back home, work on it again, go back to the same person and say, hey, how does this sound now? Well, the hat could be, the clap could be a little higher. Well, cool, gone back home again. You see, so be able to take that critique and work hard on it, beat on your craft every day, Don't leave nobody stop you. Don't leave your parents stop you. If you want to go ahead and study music production, dancing, art, anything, go ahead and do it. If you believe that's what you really want to do, achieve it. Go ahead. And as a music producer, keep the drive. Keep motivated. Keep updated in music. Go on the internet, look around, check some tutorials. If you're not good at it, start doing it from now, because before you enter in a school, they only accept you if you're already on a certain level with music, of understanding and all that stuff. So what I would say is keep beating on your craft every day. Keep working hard. Believe in hard work. My slogan is hard work, less sleep. Everybody knows that, because right now, I'm a guy, I get up sometimes at 12 p.m., but I go sleep 6 a.m., you see, 6 hours rest. And I go throughout the whole day, the whole night long, making beats, recording artists, directing videos, editing videos. So it's not only one thing that I'm doing, but here on the island, it's like you can't, to me, on St. Martin, you have to be able to do more than one things, And as I said, I love doing other stuff too. So all I can say, music producers out there from St. Martin, just do what you have to do and make things happen. Don't leave nobody stop you. ICE said it, so remember that. Well, being able to live good in what you love to do. That's my definition of success. So as a music producer, being able to travel the world, being able to sit down with, the top-notch producers, the top-notch artists, being able to do major things and living off of that as an income, And not saying that you want to be rich just as a music producer, but knowing that you love to do what you do, you're making money from it, you have a happy family, and you're able to travel, meet with different people where you don't have to, okay, for example, now you want to call up one of the guys, and maybe Def Jam or Snoop Dogg, where you can just say, hey, Snoop Dogg, let's come in the studio, I'll come pick you up and we go. That's when you know you're successful, because those are the guys who's already successful, So as I said, to me, definition of my success is, I'm partial there. I can't say I'm fully there as yet. I'm still going. So until that day come, I just gonna keep working hard till I reach where I have to reach. And even if I reach there, I still going to work hard because it's what you love to do at the end of the day. So hope this inspires everyone who's watching me right now. It's your boy Ice, and shout out to Mr. Johnson.